Good day, sweet, magnificent mother truckers. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to be gaming with a T-54D. The tank which lately joined the Bond store. And it happened to be that we haven't had a YouTube video with this vehicle for like 2 years or so. So we are refreshing our brain. We are learning how to play with this vehicle again. And the first highlight of the tank is that the tank is quite well armored, especially against the heat ammunition. But if you are getting shot at with APs or APCRs, the armor doesn't really stand that much. Even whenever you are side-scrapping, honestly, when side-scrapping it can work, but once again, smarter folks will just simply shoot you into cupola, right? And with a heat ammunition, it works very, very interestingly that this side is protecting you a bit, but whenever you are side-scrapping, you are not going to be side-scrapping like this. It just doesn't work this way. You will side-scrap this way, so you will get penetrated. But either way, the most important thing to highlight about this tank, you kind of want to play hold down or using your gun depression to the maximum, so it is going to be more difficult to penetrate you as a tank, right? Also, very important thing to highlight, new addition to the index, you want to see some good style and some good skins and whatnot, everything is in the index page. Every and each style is in the index page. You can see how it looks like and how would you want to wear that on your tank or not and whatnot, right? Enjoy it, use it, abuse it, and have a great time. And now, without further ado, what we want to do, we want to play with a T-54D. Now, I must admit, I played with this vehicle a few days ago whenever we figured out the news about this vehicle hitting the Bond store, and it was very, very interesting play with it. Whenever I tried to play with it passively, I felt like I am fighting against the windmills, and it was absolutely disgusting. But whenever I played kind of aggressively with this tank, it felt pretty okay. We were bouncing shots once in a while, and we made the tank work in this way. So my thinking process is that I have a feeling that many players who will get the tank for themselves from the Bond store, they are going to be trying to play with this tank like a typical medium tank, sometimes way too safe, and they won't like this vehicle. Now, the tank doesn't feel like the biggest pile of crap, but once again, there is so many better vehicles to play with. As an example, DZT medium tank is like 3 heads above this vehicle. At least this is how I feel like, and this is what I want to believe, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, right? So for me, this is what my brain tells me. Anyways, we are trying to punish the Tesak. Yeah, this is a typical gun handling of this vehicle. It can treat you definitely like this, and then you will scream on this vehicle once again. And you know what is the weirdest thing? The weirdest thing that the gun accuracy on the paper actually looks good. I think with all crew and all equipment, it's like 0.28 or even better than this, but it definitely doesn't feel like it because of quite bad resistances of the gun, which obviously you need to use the third-party websites such as Index to check out what are the dispersion values, right? Which is once again quite silly, in my opinion, but it is how it is. Anyways, looking into the alpha damage of this tank, it has 390 alpha damage, which is once again kind of okay for a medium tank. The gold has significantly better penetration, though 32 penetration better or more, I suppose to say, and it definitely feels tiny touch better, that's for sure. So where the gold spam goes whenever you are dealing against the heavily armored vehicles, obviously you want to have a moderate amount of the gold. I would suggest for this tank to go 50-50. 50% gold, 50% standards. But once again, that is only me. You know, if you do not shoot the gold, that's completely fine. Now, I know it sounds quite weird, right? Because it it is kind of counterintuitive because you have a good penetration with a standard ammunition 268, but you see APCRs has some problems, and APCR ammunition is definitely not the finest, so please keep this in mind. It is very important thing to highlight. APCRs can be annoying on its own. Right, so what do we want to do? We want to definitely get involved here and eliminate areas, which we have done. That is okay. And now we will try to do some bad things for Vaza. Do you see how bad gun handling feels like whenever you are not really... aiming properly, if you will? In other words, you know, the tank can't snapshot whatsoever just because of those resistances and whatnot. You want to be aiming with this vehicle very well. And once again, you are not too afraid of the mother truckers that are spamming hits, but you are very paranoid and very afraid of the folks that are shooting APs or APCRs. Usually it works other way around, but that's what we have. Anyways, step by step, little by little, we are chipping the hit points out of this Vaza 114, and that is okay. That's exactly what we want to do. The moment this Vaza 114 is making a bit of pressure, we are instantly slapping him. He's making a bit of pressure, we are instantly slapping him. That is exactly how we want to be playing this game. And once again, we do not need to rush, we do not need to panic, we do not need to caco ourselves. We are feeling very good. All we need to do, we need to be patient and we need to wait. Meanwhile, we can see the grille is making pressure. That means we are slapping the grille. Vaza realized this in time and he peeked sideways. That was a good decision from his side. Good for him. Right, now we are going to load the heats, and with a heat ammunition we can make tanks like E75 scream, especially whenever they are not using their armor properly. Although, to be fair with you, E75 literally cannot use his armor properly. Now, since E75 has APCRs, there is a bit of the issue. By the way, he is going to die, so I'm not going to chase him. He can penetrate me easily with APCR. So once again, we want to approach the enemies in the smart way. We do not want to do anything stupid, fellas. Good, another free shot to Vaza, thank you very much. I will take every and each free shot that I can get. Just give them all to me and I will use the enemies and abuse them and do all sorts of nasty things. Just please let me do it. High explosive ammunition on. Now high explosive is special for Mr. Grille. We are taking our time to aim the shot properly, and we are slapping for a tiny touch better alpha damage than we would if we would be shooting the standard ammunition or alternatively gold ammunition. That is good. Now, this may not be the most intelligent choice by me, but I want to join this DBV. And we can clearly see the enemy Grille is playing here and he is thinking that he is having the best time ever. We want to ruin his experience and we want to do some nasty stuff. Meanwhile, our DBV just fired and now we need to figure out what we are doing with Grille. Most likely I will take one for the team. I definitely did. Doesn't really change absolutely anything because we are just getting involved and we will try to slap him once again. Unfortunately, I did not penetrate him, but that will do the job. We are going to be fine. Now, we have the T-57 with APs. We need to watch out for AP ammunition, but luckily we are getting tiny touch more assisting damage over there, which is once again not a big deal. I appreciate it. Very nice. Next. Now we are going for almighty Jackpizda. Do you see how we are playing with this tank, fellas? We are playing with this vehicle like we would be playing the heavy medium tank. You know what I mean? This is straight up heavy medium gameplay. I know it sounds very weird and everything, I get it, but this is what this tank is. You want to be aggressive with this vehicle. Man, I have played this game for a very, very, very long time to know that there will be plenty of the folks who will think that they can snipe with this vehicle and enjoy themselves beyond belief, right? And I know that it is not going to be the case, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I just simply know it is not going to be the case whenever it just doesn't work where the sniping goes. So there is that. And once again, this game, I am feeling completely satisfied. I do not feel bad for how I played the game. We have played to the moderate aggression level. We have done the things properly. I would feel a bit better if I would slap this grill a few times, but you know, whatever. It is how it is. I mean, penetrate him few times. Listen, 4.3 thousand damage, great. 700 assisting damage, great. 5,000 combined is very, very good score. We are second by the damage. We are second by the experience, and we got 114,000 profits with this tank. That's pretty good. All right, round number 2. Once again, tier 10 matchmaking. Definitely not what I would love to see, but that's what we have. What can we do? So how we can play with this tank relatively aggressively and do some good stuff? I would say we are instantly loading the gold. Yes, we are loading the gold because I think that's the proper way to do the things. And we will try to do some nasty stuff for the enemies over there. Now, we can obviously see that we have a lot of forces playing in the open field, which is not necessarily a bad thing by any shape or any form, and we are hoping that they are going to be successful, and we are hoping that they are going to hold that line or maybe even win this line depending on the situation. Now, we can see that all positions are taken over there, so we are going to be taking the heavy tank position. Literally like a bloody proper heavy tank. No stress, nothing, and we will try to see what we can do. And can we play properly over there. Now, I would love, I repeat, I would love to see enemies making a bit of pressure. I would love to see that. But everything is depending on how comfortable they are going to be feeling like. There are 4 heavy tanks. Okay, Dravets is not the heavy tank that I'm very satisfied to see, but it doesn't really matter. Now, Cobra shooting hits, very easy penetration, and to be fair with you, I think he could penetrate me with high explosives as well over there. And once again, this is the feature of this tank. You have 2 cupolas, not that hard to penetrate. Keep this in mind, right? We are trying to deal with Cobra. Unfortunately, we cannot penetrate him, which is kind of sad thing, but it is okay. He still has 1 in the magazine, if I'm not mistaken, so he should try to peek. Unfortunately, we are missing the shot because we are not aiming properly. You know, this is not really a peekaboo tank. You kind of want to aim even whenever you are peeking this way. Yeah, you see, definitely far away from being ideal or perfect tank. I can tell you that much. Now, I would love to show the dominance for the Mr. Dravets. I would really love to do that, but it's not going to be as simple or as easy. Now we can see that heavy tanks are trying to flank us quite a bit. Are we paranoid by this? No. Because first of all, those heavies will try to punish people playing over there. So we are feeling quite alright. And once again, our mission is kind of to shoot the gold, right? This is our mission. Cobra, how are you doing? Slapping Cobra for 390 in the face, that's okay. And very, very, very not typical medium tank gameplay, fellas. Very much so. And I can promise you that, fellas, that I am more successful there than sniping from somewhere in the back. I can promise you that. Meanwhile, we are just waiting until some other trackers would peek. And beautiful shot, very, very nice. We are doing well. I can see that we are losing the game. I'm not blind, fellas. I am very, very well aware of that, but what do you want me to do? I cannot be in every and each position all the time, you know? I just simply cannot do that. We are punishing the Dravids because I could have peeked now. Dravids is thinking he can make pressure, which he definitely can. We are slapping him once again because we are brave mother truckers. And even in this type of situation, I do not feel too bad whenever Dravids is looking at us. The thing is, I have a feeling that our guys can do some nasty stuff for him. So we are feeling quite alright, we are not overthinking, we are okay. Now Type 71 is thinking about eliminating him from the game, and he did. Too bad he got eliminated as well, but that is okay. Now, I have high explosives ready. It will work just fine for Progetto 66 or for Waffle. The high explosive can do wonders. And I think I have a bigger chance to eliminate Progetto with the high explosives than I have a chance to penetrate him with heats, as strong as it sounds, right? Yeah, that's okay. Listen. For Cobra, we are loading the heat. Hopefully the Cobra would peek here for a second. Mr. Cobra, come on, just peek. Just peek, Mr. Cobra.
Stop your advance.
I'm just simply waiting here. I mean, I could just simply relocate and try to do something else, but I'm not entirely sure is it the proper play. You know what? This is what we are going to do. I hope that we can do some nasty stuff for this Waffle. At least I hope so. Right? I'm aware of this light tank, but to be fair with you, he can be anywhere. Yeah, exactly. As you can see, light tank is saying, nope, blow me to my tail. You are not going to catch me alive, which is completely understandable play by the light tank, and he's just simply running back. That's okay. Now, what we would love to see, we would love to see a nice angle to this Cobra, if he's still sitting here. We can clearly see that Cobra relocated. At least it doesn't look like he is sitting in this angle. And now we can make a bit of pressure for the enemies. Maybe. Not a big deal, that's okay. We can get involved here, we are fine. Now, we can see that the light tank is thinking about us naked. That's okay, I don't mind naked light tank. And we are slapping him for casual 300. That's okay, it's not that easy to penetrate us. Once again, that's the situation of this tank. And now Cobra. Now Cobra will struggle. He can try to do whatever he wants to do. It's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be beautiful. We're slapping Cobra once again and we are eliminating him. Now, Amx is going for this guy and he doesn't know that I'm Amoract, so I'm pretending I'm a bit challenged and I do not understand that I can eliminate him from the game. Now, since we have a shot, we are going to do that. And now we are going for this Waffle that is sitting over there. Loading high explosive like our life depends on it, and we are winning the game. Once again, I truly believe that this performance is better by you playing aggressively with this tank than sniping somewhere from the back just because of the armor that this mother trucker has to offer. And once again, I do not like this position, fellas. You think I like to play with a medium tank in the most heavy tank position? Sure, I don't, but this tank doesn't give any other alternative option just because of how the gun is working like. So there is that, right? 3,700 damage, that's okay. I cannot complain about this. I'm feeling fine. We are first by the experience, we are second by the damage, and we got ourselves 63,000 profit. So once again, nothing to cry about. We played well. We are okay. Well, by the way, our profitability for a second game is significantly lower than it was in the first game. And the main reason why so, because we shot significantly more gold ammunition. I think in the first game we did not fire a single gold, and in the second game we were spamming it like our life depends on it. So there is that. And now We are playing against the tier 8s. Okay. Now we are talking. Now we are playing against the tier 8s mother truckers. Right. Man, wargaming recommendations are straight up laughable. I mean, I just want to laugh from those blobs. Wargaming is recommending to snipe with this tank, or to make pressure through the open field with this tank, or to play somewhere over there. None of those solutions are good. You go to the heavy line. You don't think, you are not considering your life choices, you go to the heavy line without any bloody questions asked. That's what you do. You try to be close to mid-range between you and enemies. You don't snipe. And once again, I know that the stats on the paper showing that this vehicle should be able to snipe. No. No. Just no. Just no, fellas. I could load the heats and slap the living crap out of them. Contradicious. Bad aim. Okay. Now we know. Do we know? This is the question, fellas. Those random subscriptions can give me a heart attack. I can tell you that much. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, I would love to go on top of the hill. Scusi. I can't do that. I would love to, but I cannot. If I will go higher, I'm going to get farmed, which I do not want to get farmed for obvious reasons. So, relax, take it easy. We are feeling very fine over there. T95 has arrived. We are winning this game by the humongous margin. All we need to do, we need to figure out the way how we can make a bit of pressure in front. And I can promise you that we are going to figure out the way. Right, unfortunately I missed the shot over there, that's on me. Doesn't really change anything, even if this guy is looking at us, he cannot penetrate us too easily, and now we are just making pressure. It would be way better to penetrate our shots, obviously, but it is how it is. Now, for this game, I know that I would love to, you know, do a bit more than 300 damage, but in this type of situation, it is going to be mega hard. Now, the main reason why it is going to be so complicated and so difficult for us to play this game is because, unfortunately, but enemies have no team whatsoever. And unfortunately, my first play did not really pay off over there, which is kind of sad, but it is how it is. Now, how to deal with this tank? Aim to cupola. In the close range, this should be easy job, and if you are having a decent penetration APCRs or APs, you should be able to slap this tank into the face like 1, 2, 3, you know, easy peasy. Trying to hit him on the move, we actually hit him, but we did not penetrate him, but it changes absolutely nothing, and now Lemming Train goes hard. I would love to get few more hits, and I believe that we can. I believe that we can, fellas. Good, let's shoot this mother trucker, that's okay. Donkevica just fired, that's fine, I don't see any issues whatsoever. We are trying to ram, oh, that was a poor play. We are trying to ram this mother trucker over there, and now Donkevica is looking into our beautiful baboonish butt, which is unfortunate for us, but it's okay. I am just accepting this like my life depends on it, and it is okay. We should be able to eliminate the Arias from the game, very nice. And now if we are going to be lucky, we can get another shot to the Eric concept. If we are going to be lucky, right? And once again, this is quite straightforward. All we try to do is we try to make as much pressure as we physically and possibly could. Listen, there is one rule in the world of tanks, period. You are missing every shot that you are not taking. So sometimes, if I know I cannot aim I can promise you that I will try to shoot even the chance of me hitting the shot is 0.0000001%. You know, sometimes this is the right way to do the things. Meanwhile, Capazere concept, I think it is kind of a game over for us, honestly. I cannot see how we would be able to reach him in time. And the mother trucker is running. Yeah, I think this is a game over. To save your time and to save my time, what we are going to do, we will teleport to the scoreboard. Let's go. Okay, and we are back. Unfortunately, the third game was the worst, but it is how it is. What do you want me to do? I am showing every and each game in row. I don't want to make the stuff up and to show only the best games ever. That's not fair. Nevertheless, we are third by experience, we are third by the damage, and we got ourselves 51,000 profits as well. We missed quite a few shots, but we hit after that crazy snapshot, so there is that. Listen, our performance with this tank is 3,500 damage and 200 assisting damage, and I do not feel bad by the slightest of how we played with this tank. I felt like we did the things properly, and I feel like I showcased you how to play with this tank, even though the score could have been a bit better. Nevertheless, fellas, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. I hope you had a great time together with us. And keep this in mind, there is only 2 days to farm banana skin, or crew skin, if you will. And if you want to do that, you need to do that now. Banana skillato, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And keep this in mind, you can farm other internet beggars as well, right? That being said, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.